Okay, hi. Hi, Aurora. How are you? All right, we're going to go through the Larry Millete arrest affidavit. And there's a lot of really disturbing stuff in here where you can see his intense jealousy and fear of Maya leaving him led him to these spellcasters and really weird searches and looking for drugs or things that would kill a person, essentially. So we're going to take a look at this now and get some background. He had his hearing the other day where he pled not guilty. We can go through that at the end too real quick. But let's look at this, okay? So this is the people of the state of California versus Larry Millete, date of birth September 24th, 1981. And I, Jesse Vincenti, okay, his number there, declare I am a peace officer employed by the Chula Vista Police Department. I have learned the following information from the Chula Vista Police Department files, reports, or talked with other Chula Vista Police Department officers and investigators who have spoken directly with the named witness or witnesses. All events referred to herein occurred in San Diego County unless otherwise stated. So he says he's been a police detective employed by the city of Chula Vista and have been so for 15 years. My time at the Chula Vista Police Department has consisted of patrol, special investigations, and currently as the detective in the Crimes of Violence unit. I have collateral duties that include field training officer, psychological emergency response team, and special weapons and tactics. I have been assigned as a homicide detective since November 2020, where my primary duties consist of investigating crimes of violence to include homicide, kidnapping, robberies, assaults, weapons violations, and missing persons. I have investigated or assisted with the investigation of numerous crimes in relation to violent assaults, assaults with deadly weapons, robberies, attempted homicides, and homicides. I have received training in relation to criminal investigations, criminal methods of operation, crime trends, and the criminal mindset, to include an 80-hour Institute of Criminal Investigation homicide course. During the course of my duties, I have spoken and interviewed hundreds of victims, witnesses, and suspects of violent crimes. During these conversations and interviews, I have gained insight and knowledge to how crimes are committed and the methods employed while doing so. Summary of probable cause. The investigation has revealed that in the days leading up to January 7, 2021, May Millete was taking affirmative steps to divorce her husband, and that Larry Millete was determined to stop her. When Larry's desperate begging and threats failed to stop May from seeking a divorce, the thought of losing his family was unfathomable to him. May was dedicated to her career, loved her family, and she was committed to and cherished her children. There is no evidence to suggest that May left and disappeared of her own accord, or that she had the financial means to do so. Rather, the investigation has revealed that Larry had an overwhelming motive to prevent his wife from divorcing him. On January 7, 2021, May Millete was determined to leave the marriage, and Larry Millete was determined to stop her. Based on the totality of the investigation and the circumstantial evidence, including surveillance video, phone, text, and social media communications, and motive, we have probable cause to believe that Larry Millete unlawfully killed his wife, May, and disposed of her body on or about January 7th through 8th of 2021. And hold on one second before we go. I just want to make sure. Okay. You guys can hear and stuff. I didn't want to listen. Okay. Brief synopsis of May's disappearance. On Saturday, January 9th, 2021, at approximately 23:50 hours, Mary Chris Droulet, hereafter referred to as Mary Chris, called the Chula Vista Police Department to report her sister, May Millete, date of birth May 1st, 1991, missing. Mary Chris stated that May and her husband, identified as Larry Millete, had been having marriage problems, including recent fighting. May's family was concerned because they had not heard from May since the evening of January 7th, and that was a Thursday, 2021. Mary Chris stated that the family had plans to celebrate May's daughter's 11th birthday, which was Sunday, January 10th, in Big Bear that weekend, and it was uncharacteristic of May not to be in contact with her family. While Mary Chris was speaking to the officer, she seemed hesitant to speak about Larry and May's argument because she was at Larry and May's house located at 2413 Paseo Los Gatos in Chula Vista. Because of the hesitation in her voice, officers conducted a welfare check at the residence and arrived shortly after midnight on Sunday, January 10th.
News 8 has obtained a copy of the arrest warrant, which describes in
Sorry about that. I had a website, a page open, and the news just came on there. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's go here. Because of the hesitation in her voice, officers conducted a welfare check at the residence and arrived shortly after midnight on Sunday, January 10th, 2021. During the initial investigation, detectives learned that May and Larry had been having marital issues for the past year and that Larry discovered that May had an affair. Detectives learned that May and Larry had an argument on the evening of January 7th and that on January 8th, Larry left with his 4-year-old for the day. Larry claimed that he heard May in the house on the evening of January 8th, 2021, but had not seen her since the evening of January 7th, 2021. Larry allowed officers to view his cell phone to review the text messages between he and May. Officers noted that all of the messages between Larry and May prior to January 9th, 2021 had been deleted. Larry later stated that he deleted the messages to conserve space on his cellular phone. All 4 Millete family vehicles, including a Lexus GX460, were at the house when police were notified of May's disappearance. During the investigation, detectives located surveillance footage and observed May park her Jeep Rubicon on the street in front of her residence on January 7th at 16:42 hours. Investigators have obtained multiple sources of video surveillance from the neighborhood, and there is no surveillance footage capturing May leaving her residence after she arrived on January 7th, 2021 at 16:42 hours. She is last seen at that time walking towards her residence. Detectives from the Chula Vista Police Department Crimes of Violence Unit were assigned to the case and subsequently conducted an extensive 9-month investigation. During the course of the investigation, 66 search warrants, 87 witnesses interviewed, and detectives followed up on approximately 128 tips. Numerous searches have been conducted and May has not been located. Larry Millete has not participated in any of the searches. May and Larry were involved in ongoing and escalating marital discord throughout 2020. The investigation has revealed that in 2020, May Millete began taking steps to physically and legally separate from Larry Millete. May communicated to her friends in late 2020 that her marriage was definitely over, and she had decided to file for divorce. Google searches on May's electronic devices during 2020 reveal inquiries for different divorce attorneys and searches such as how to calculate child support payments and how much mortgage can I afford, indicating she was conducting research to begin a life separate from her husband. The investigation has revealed the beginning in September 2020 and through January 7th of 2021, Larry became increasingly obsessed with May's activities and communications with other people. Several family and friends described Larry as controlling or exhibiting stalker-like behavior. In 2020, Larry grew increasingly paranoid that May was going to leave the marriage, and he began to monitor her whereabouts. Thank you for becoming a Deputy Rambler, Kelly B. Larry would also show up unannounced to May's work to see if she was meeting with another man. Larry's controlling behavior escalated throughout 2020 and into 2021. On November 24th of 2020, May sent an email to Larry after Larry sent her a link to an article entitled, "What Men Want from Their Wives." May's response was, "How about maybe you focus on also what women want from their husbands? All these things you send me are just about you," which further solidifies the whole idea that you really think I'm the problem, and that if you could only fix me, everything will be okay. As long as I go back to the wife you liked, the one who didn't rock the boat, who didn't assert her feelings, who didn't care about how much she was hurting, so long as there's peace and harmony, then things will be okay, because really, I'm the problem, right? There is no evidence to suggest that May Millete voluntarily disappeared of her own accord on or about January 7th or 8th of 2021. Larry Millete is the only known person with a means and motive to hurt or kill her and to dispose of her body during that time. Larry's telephonic communications reveal a desperate, frantic, unbalanced mindset coupled with homicidal ideations. During the investigation, I learned that during the week of January 4th, 2021, May and Larry's marital discord was reaching a boiling point. A search of Larry Millete's telephonic communications revealed a frantic, desperate, unbalanced mindset, coupled with violent and sometimes homicidal ideation that will be further detailed in this affidavit. May's family went to the desert in Glamis for a New Year's celebration in January of 2021. Family members described Larry's behavior was odd and erratic. During the same trip, Larry asked a family member if he knew someone to get the other guy. This was interpreted as finding someone to hurt the man with whom May was having an affair. While confiding in a friend about her marital issues, May revealed that at one time in the past, Larry had choked her until she passed out. Larry's controlling behavior escalated through 2020 and into 2021. A review of Larry's internet searches included Plant You Take to Never Wake Up, March 2020, and Water Hemlock, November 2020. As their relationship declined, May was not interested in a physical relationship with Larry. In December of 2020, Larry conducted a search entitled, My Wife Doesn't Want Me to Touch Her, and then searched for flunitrazepam, Rohypnol, and diphenhydramine. These are central nervous system sedatives and depressants that could be used to incapacitate a person. According to the DEA website, flunitrazepam is the generic name for Rohypnol, commonly referred to as the date rape drug. A review of Larry's cell phone download, financial transactions, and other search warrants returns revealed that Larry sent hundreds of email communications to various companies which appear to sell spells. The investigation revealed that these companies purport to be psychics, spirit channelers, or white light practitioners capable of energy work, who send spells that can be cast to enhance a person's love life, eliminate debt, or make a romantic partner remain faithful. Larry purchased numerous spells to cast on May. Between September 2020 and January 2021, Larry contacted the websites daily, sometimes multiple times a day, purchasing spells and sending messages requesting help so that May would obey him, fall back in love with him, and to incapacitate her or make her sick so that she could not leave the house. Specifically, one message from Larry on December 27th states, Please punish May and incapacitate her enough so she cannot leave the house. It's time to take the gloves off. The emails became increasingly panicked. On December 31st, Larry sent an email to his spellcaster indicating that they were in the desert dirt biking and off-roading for several days and asked, Can you hex to have her hurt enough so that she will have to depend on me and need my help? She's only nice to me when she needs me or sick. Thanks again. Maybe an accident or broken bone. Timeline of events the week of January 4th culminated in May's murder on January 7th to the 8th of 2021. A review of May's communications with family and friends leading up to January 7th, 2021 showed that she was preparing for a divorce and that her efforts culminated that week, causing escalating tension with Larry in a text message exchanged with a friend on January 6th. May stated, I told him, I'm filing for divorce whether he likes it or not. I'm done trying to make it amicable for the sake of the kids. May continued by stating that she was really hoping to get through this weekend first for her daughter's birthday. At 12:15 hours on January 7th, May spoke with a law firm, set up an appointment with a divorce attorney for Tuesday, January 12th. May specifically wanted to wait to initiate the divorce until after her daughter's birthday on January 10, 2021. May's last phone call on January 7th was at 15:48 hours with a divorce attorney. May's last known communication with any friend or family member on January 7th, 2021 was at 20:15 hours when she shared an ad for a toy hauler with her family through Facebook Messenger. Meanwhile, on January 7, 2021, with the knowledge that May was serious about proceeding with the divorce, Larry was growing more desperate. He sent countless emails to Spellcasters begging for help to prevent May from leaving him and filing for divorce. Frantic to reverse May's decision to file for divorce, Larry made statements and emails to Spellcasters sent the afternoon of January 7th, such as, "I think she wants me to snap, and I'm shaking inside, ready to snap." At 16:39 hours, Larry sent an email asking that a spellcaster make her realize that we are meant to be with each other, make her miserable without me, make her want to sleep on the same bed for all eternity. Praying hands emoji. At 21:21 hours, Larry sent a screenshot of his account balance from one of his cryptocurrency applications to his two daughters, ages 11 and 9. May's phone activity stopped on January 8, 2021, at 1:25 hours. About an hour later, Larry sent one email to a spellcaster at 2:36 hours on January 8th, and then abruptly ends his messaging campaign begging for help to prevent May from leaving the marriage. Larry's desperation for May disappears. Larry doesn't send another email to a spellcaster again until January 9th at 555 hours, when he asked the spellcaster to remove or stop hexing my wife, May. At this point, Larry's focus shifts, and he sends emails through the beginning of February asking to punish the man with whom May had an affair. As of January 9th, Larry does not direct any more spells or hexes towards May, nor does he make any more requests for assistance with his crumbling marriage. Larry was unexpectedly absent from work on January 7th and 8th, 2021. Larry did not go to work on January 6th, 7th, or 8th of 2021. Larry sent his boss text messages which appear to be screenshots or copies of text messages sent to Larry from May. The messages indicate that May was seeking a divorce and Larry was unraveling. On January 8th, 2021, Larry's family and boss were looking for him and could not find him. In fact, Larry's boss sent a message to May the morning of January 8th, 2021, saying he was concerned because he hadn't heard from Larry, stating, "This is not like him to miss work. It has been a few days." Larry's father sent him a text message stating, "Larry, please turn on your phone because Terry, your boss, is calling regarding your job." Based on the evidence, those closest to Larry cannot account for his whereabouts on January 8, 2021, as provided further in the body of this affidavit. Larry's alibi on January 8th cannot be corroborated. Larry stated that on January 8th, 2021, he left at 6:45 hours to take his 4-year-old son to Solana Beach to give May her space. Larry claims he was with his son at Solana Beach the entire day. Security video captured Larry on January 8th, 2021 at 5:58 hours moving his Lexus GX 460. The Lexus was already backed into the driveway with the nose facing towards the street, but Larry drove the Lexus into the street, then reversed it back into the driveway into almost the same position. It appears that Larry repositioned the Lexus at an angle as he backed it up to the garage. Due to the angle, detectives were unable to see into the Lexus or into the garage. Based on the way the car was positioned, surveillance video does not capture whether Larry loaded anything into the back of the car. At 6:45 hours, the Lexus GX 460 is seen leaving the residence, and it does not return to the residence until 1806 hours. The evening of January 8th, May's brother went to the house around 1830 hours to check on her. The family had been communicating via group text, and May had stopped responding after January 7th. When he arrived at the residence, May's brother met with his 9-year-old niece. May's brother asked about May. His niece told him that May has been up in her room for the past 11 hours. The niece also said that she and her sister had not been fed. May's brother went inside the house, knocked on May's door, but never got an answer from her. May's brother never opened the door to look inside to confirm if May was inside. According to May's brother, Larry, who is home, said he had been at work all day and couldn't account for May's whereabouts. However, Larry changed his story halfway through the conversation and told May's brother that he had taken his 4-year-old son to the beach. May's brother explained that after he checked on May, he went back downstairs and asked Larry to let him know when May comes out. May's brother left the residence and drove down the street to see if any other lights were on in May's room, and he didn't notice any. During the initial stages of the investigation, Larry allowed detectives to speak with his children. The older 2 children were in virtual school and told detectives May would normally check on them periodically through the day while they were learning online. On Friday, January 8, 2021, May did not check on them. The older 2 children indicated that they last saw May on Thursday, January 7, 2021. The children heard noises in the kitchen Friday, January 8, 2021, and assumed it was May, but never actually saw her. When asked to indicate on a map exactly where he was all day on January 8th of 2021, Larry pointed to Torrey Pines State Beach, which is approximately 4 miles south of Solana Beach. Larry initially stated he took his phone to the beach, but records show Larry's phone was off from 6:45 to 18:34 hours. On January 26th of 2021, detectives served a search warrant to seize the contents of the Lexus GX 460 infotainment system. The report generated from the download indicates a navigation event on January 8th at 15:29 hours for Larry's home address at 2413 Paseo Los Gatos. The system did not capture any additional locations or routes traveled on January 8th. Investigators have been unable to confirm Larry's whereabouts on January 8th of 2021. Based on a review of Larry's cell phone activity, this extended 11-hour gap in cell phone activity was historically uncharacteristic. Weather reports for Torrey Pines on that day had a high of 63 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 50 degrees Fahrenheit with fog. Larry was in possession of an illegal assault weapon. A search warrant was served at the residence on January 23, 2021. Detectives located a .223 5.56 rifle. The firearm is non-California compliant configuration and is an unlawful assault rifle in violation of 30605 PC, which is a felony. There were 4 registered firearms to Larry, which are unaccounted for at the time of the search warrant. Larry would not disclose where the firearms were, stating only that he gave them to a friend. Detectives later learned that Larry gave them to an uncle to store for him because he knew law enforcement was coming. Detectives obtained security footage from a neighboring residence and observed the following on January 7th of 2021. At approximately 21:57 hours, the sound of 9 loud bangs, possibly gunshots, were recorded. Nothing visual was captured on the footage. At 22:34 hours, the kids could be heard playing in the backyard of the Millete residence. The homeowner identified the voices as the Millete kids because she has heard them playing on prior occasions. The homeowner found it odd. The kids were playing outside so late since it was a school night, and the past few nights have been very cold. The audio recording of the loud bangs was provided to the FBI for analysis, who determined the recording was not sufficient quality to accurately record and reproduce gunshot impulses and could not be scientifically classified as gunshot events. During the search on January 23, 2021, detectives searched a gun safe located in the coat closet off the front entryway on the first floor. Among the items seized were 2 Glock handguns, 1 shotgun, 1 rifle, multiple caliber ammunition, numerous firearm parts and add-ons, and 3 secure digital SD cards. As of January 23rd, there were 4 firearms registered to Larry that were still unaccounted for, including a Smith & Wesson automatic .40 caliber handgun, serial number PDH 9902. On 5/7/21, detectives served Larry with a gun violence restraining order. Per the order, Larry was to surrender his firearms to law enforcement in an immediate and safe manner. Larry did not comply with the order, and a search warrant was served at Larry's house for the sole purpose of collecting all firearms, firearm parts, and ammunition. Detectives seized 3 of the 4 registered firearms, but they were unable to locate on January 23rd. Detectives also seized 2 registered Glock handguns Larry acquired after January 23rd, and an additional unregistered firearm, numerous firearm parts, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. The Smith & Wesson .40 caliber handgun, serial number PDH 9902, has not been located and remains outstanding. No proof of life for May. May was born on May 1st, 1981. She has 5 siblings, and her parents are still living. May and Larry Millete married in Honolulu, Hawaii on May 12th of 2000. May was 19 years old when they married. Larry Millete was born on September 24th, 1981, and he was 18 years old when they married. Larry Millete currently works as an optician in the optometry department of the Naval Medical Training Center, San Diego. As of June 2020, May Millete worked for the Department of Defense at Southwest Regional Maintenance Center, San Diego, as a supervisor contract specialist. Effective June 21st, 2020, May changed jobs with the DoD and began working as an administrative specialist at Naval Institution Warfare Center, NIWC Pacific. May excelled in her job, and she was committed to her career. Through my investigation, I have learned that May was an avid cell phone user and regularly used her cell phone to communicate with friends, family, and to utilize social media. After January 7th, 2021, at 20:15 hours, she has not communicated with anyone via text, social media, or phone call. In September of 2021, the investigative team conducted a study to precisely characterize the whereabouts of the victim's phone moments leading to her phone's network termination on 1/8/21 at 1:25 hours. Extensive phone record data was acquired and analyzed. The results of the study allowed law enforcement experts to conclude that on January 8th at 1:25 hours, May's phone was consistent to being in the San Miguel Ranch neighborhood, to include the Paseo Los Gatos address. Analysis of May's cell phone records indicate that her phone activity stopped January 8th, 2021 at 1:25 hours. The location data on May's cell phone indicates that her phone did not leave her residential neighborhood, San Miguel Ranch in Chula Vista, while it was powered on. Investigation into May's financial accounts, including credit cards, show no purchases or transactions other than late fees or recurring charges since her disappearance. All of Larry and May's vehicles are accounted for, and May's passport is expired. Searches of the residence indicate that May's items of value remain in the house, including jewelry, purses, and clothing. This case has received international media coverage. Her photograph has been posted by numerous news outlets and on various websites seeking information about her whereabouts. There have been no credible sightings of May Millete since she was last seen January 7th of 2021. Family and friends confirm that May was not suicidal and would never voluntarily leave her kids. May was in good health, was very active, had a successful career, and had plans for the future. Larry and May's marital problems escalated in 2020 and in 2021. As the year progressed, May became more determined to file for divorce, and Larry became more desperate to keep the marriage intact. Based on statements, texts, messages, and emails, May was taking concrete steps to leave the marriage. Though May Millete's body has not been found, it is my opinion, supported by the information and evidence set forth in this affidavit, including Attachment A, that the totality of the circumstantial evidence, witness statements, Larry's observed change in behavior, events leading to May's disappearance, and May's abrupt change in pattern of life provides probable cause to believe that Larry is responsible for causing May's death. Wherefore, your declarant prays for the issuance of a warrant for the arrest of the above-named defendant for the following violations: 187A PC felony murder, 30605A PC felony illegal possession of an assault weapon. Okay, date of birth is 9/24/1981, eye color brown, height 5'6", race Filipino, hair color black, weight 170, sex male. Identifying marks, scars, or tattoos: tattoo back 619, tattoo chest, cross, tattoo left forearm, Millete, tattoo back, only God can judge me. Forms of identification: last known address is the 2413. I declare upon information and belief that the foregoing is true and correct under penalty of perjury, executed in the County of San Diego, State of California, on the 18th day of October 2021. Bail recommendation: no bail. Okay, so that's the, justice for, right? Only God can judge me on his back. I wonder when he had that done. But I'm going to go quick to the hearing. Hang on a minute, from yesterday. Hold on, and just go over his hearing. It's not... So let me get a picture of him in court here. Up here. Hold on one sec. Okay, so let's see what happened in court yesterday. Larry faced a judge yesterday afternoon and entered a not guilty on a first-degree murder charge of killing his wife, Maya Millete, and a weapons possession charge. The arraignment was held in the South Bay Courthouse. It comes after a barrage of evidence has been unsealed portraying Larry Millete as a vindictive, sometimes violent husband desperate to stop his wife from divorcing him. During his brief arraignment, Millete's attorney, Bonita Martinez, did not argue to lower bail, though a hearing regarding his bail status was set for November 4th. I'd happily prosecute this, and I prosecuted for 15 years, said defense attorney Michael Cardoza. They have got a lot of evidence against him in this particular case. Cardoza pointed out that while the evidence unveiled in the arrest warrant for Larry Millete is overwhelmingly circumstantial, from texts and other messages to phone records to GPS coordinates to home security video, it is nonetheless powerful. A bail review was set by the judge for November 4th at 1:30 p.m. A lot of people may think, oh, it's just circumstantial. No, that is very, very strong evidence, he told News 8. Looking ahead to Millete's trial, Cardoza also said that the process of jury selection could be impacted by the amount of evidence that has already been shared with the public. It's going to affect people's minds about this case, and I can almost guarantee you there are some people out there who have already made up their minds that he's guilty. While potential jurors who know about the case would not necessarily be disqualified, those who already have formed an opinion would be. You know the type of publicity this is getting in the country. Cardoza added, everyone knows about it. For that reason, Cardoza is confident Millete's defense will request a change of venue. Whether it will be granted, of course, will be up to the judge, he said. Also unclear whether Maya and Larry Millete's children may be called on to testify. It's likely that one, if not both of the children, of the two older children will testify, said the attorney. I've been through this. this is San Diego County District Attorney Paul Finkst says it's likely that one, if not both, of the children of the two older children will testify. And that's former San Diego County District Attorney. And he added that while this can be difficult depending on what the children possibly know, it could be crucial to the case. I've been through this before, he said. Do we have to use the kids? Do the kids have to testify against dad? Do they have to be cross-examined about all this stuff? If there was a way to avoid it, of course we would want to, but it may be unavoidable. Now, a lot of you asked about the kids, and the kids are staying with Larry's parents. So I don't know when her family is going to be able to get to the kids. Members of Maya's family attended the hearing. At the hearing, Larry only spoke to his attorney and to answer a question from the judge, confirming that he was waiving his right to a speedy trial. During a news conference announcing Larry's arrest, San Diego County District Attorney Summer Stephan unequivocally accused the suspect of killing his wife, but acknowledged that there is going to be questions about his arrest and prosecution due to the fact that the victim's body is still missing. So, let's see one other thing about a vigil for Maya is scheduled today at San Miguel Park at 6 p.m. in Chula Vista. So that's today. If you're there, that's Pacific Standard Time. All right. So I think that's about the size of what we have on Larry right now. But let me say hi to everybody. How are y'all doing? Let me just say hi to everybody. That a vigil for Maya is scheduled today. Okay. Great, Carolyn. That's really good. Hi, Bridget, Kelly B, Nana Patty, Nightbot, Shelley, Carol Plant, Chelsea, Dina Elizabeth, Aurora Rodriguez, M. Phoenix, Tracy Klaus, Ellen, Kelly Bonzio, Deanna Projan, Wendy, Whisper to Me, Snow Remover, LH, Betsy's Barn, Carol Clark, Carol Plant, Slim RN, Justice 4, and Nana Patty, Nicole Griffith. I know I'm missing people, but I need to make sure that everybody. Baby Doe. Hopefully I got everybody that was chatting. Little Lady, I know I'm missing. But anyway, that's what I have for you right now. Anna, Nona May, MC Camps. Sorry if I missed anybody, but okay, I'll be on later. I have Mimi, I think I have a happy mail from Mimi. And I'm not sure if I have something else for Nupi. I have something. I have to see who that's from, and then we'll talk about other cases and stuff and what's going on. Hi, Christine. Hi, everyone. I was up all night with you. Everyone else in the chat. You went to bed at 5:45. No, I went to bed at 7. Lisa kept us on until almost 7. Yeah, I went to bed at 7. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. I'm going to go out for a walk. It looks like it's going to rain or something. I don't know. I'm going to see what I can do. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Love you guys. God bless. Yeah, him asking for spells is very weird. Yeah, paying for spells, not asking and paying for spells. Absolutely. Justice 4. Bye now.